clear my throat. Alright, for all you grateful fans out there, we got a special thing we're going to do.
What? You're supposed to say welcome to...
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Hold up.
Sorry.
You are all being treated to an amazing dosage of Lord Killing and Scotty Cash. BAM!
Hey, whoa! And our boy,
Rhino Reynolds, back
Rhino. Reappearance.
Where
you been?
Did you forget about him?
Where you been?
But anyways, welcome to It Figures, the Toy and Action Figure Podcast on It Figures Podcast, a part of the Pop Culture Network. This is the podcast where we talk about the news and whatever else we feel like about toys to give you guys a little bit of some knowledge of what's going on in your toy world, including the following stories. So we did there?
Well, last week we talked about goldfish, like the crackers, beer, syrup, and some random other stuff. So, I mean, we just kind of cover everything.
Well,
so.
that's why I'm going to steer the ship back to where it needs to go. I mean, that's good for life.
Aye, aye, Captain. But before we start, though, I have a huge announcement.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Today, I text Rick, and I asked him what he was doing, and his response was, "What do you want? I'm pooping." That made me laugh. I actually laughed out loud. So he then graduated in my phone from Rick, parentheses, the emo intern, parentheses, to Rick's cell phone, and I even added a picture on his contact list.
Wow.
Welcome, Rick.
Wow.
I now put you into my, I accept you. How about that? I accept him. He graduated, dude. He's now Rick's cell.
I'm pooping. What do you want?
What do you want? I'm pooping. He graduated, dude. Welcome. I accept your kind.
Wow. He's moving up.
Yeah, he's not
so emo right now.
He's not the emo intern anymore. He's Rick's cell now.
I don't even know what to say to that, but I'm just going to go on to the news because there's no good segue. Anyways, you may have already heard this by now. This is kind of getting a little old, but I'll just throw it out there anyways, that Nickelodeon and Playmates have dropped their second wave of the basic Ninja Turtle figures, which you say are now at Walmart currently.
Seen them yesterday.
And then in this wave will include a Fish Face, Metalhead, and of course Doug Pound. Characters that you will see in the comic book and the animated series. Have you watched that yet?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
It's not great. It's not wonderful, and I'm a Turtles guy, but it's good. It's good. It's not. I mean, I don't know. It's not Young Justice or maybe even Green Lantern, but it's not that kind of cartoon. It's definitely aimed towards kids that adults can enjoy. So
it's supposed to be coming out late October and early November. It's where you should see it mostly in stores.
The toys?
Yeah, this way.
If our Walmart has those toys, your Walmart has those toys. I guarantee it.
So yeah, so check the stores out there and see if you got Toys R Us. Walmart would be a good place to look.
I don't know how many are in a case or how that works, but I've seen 2 Metalheads, 1 Fish Face, and 1 Dog Pound. So I don't know if that's how it's going to be. Excuse me, or what, but I only seen one Dog Pound, 1 Fish Face, and 2 Metalheads. I don't know if someone already bought the other 2, or if there's 2 per box, or how they're. I don't even know how many come in a case.
Is it Dog Pound or Dog Pound?
Dog Pound.
Because it's type Doug.
No, it's Dog.
Whatever. I don't know.
Doug Pound.
I haven't watched the show. I don't know.
I don't think he's in the show yet, and that's a brand new character too. So.
Well, I can't read good either. So,
no, it definitely says Doug.
Okay, well.
It definitely says Doug.
Dog Pound. Whatever.
Dirt
Whatever.
Pound.
Don't be that guy.
Dirt Pound.
So, as you guys may know, I've been gone last week because I was at the famous Disney World. And
did you have to add the famous?
Yeah, because you might be confused and think it's the other place. So, I was looking for toys and exclusives out there to see if I could find anything. Because everybody says, go to Downtown Disney, you'll find all this crazy stuff. And honestly...
No, that's not what they said. You weren't listening. Go to Downtown Disney, they have all kinds of stuff at crazy prices. Oh. That's what they were trying to tell you.
Well, they're wrong on that account too, because all the stuff that's there you can get at any of the parks, and the prices are universally crappy everywhere. So, but down there, at Downtown Disney, they do have a big, large toy store, which is ran by Hasbro, and of course has all the properties in there. And when you walk in, they have a build your own Mr. Potato Head, like just tons of different parts, maybe several hundreds of different parts, and you can just build a Mr. Potato Head and buy it individually, or you can buy a big bucket and fill as much crap as you can cram into it for a certain price.
Yeah, and then you can fill him too, right?
Yeah, it was expensive. $25 I think was the custom, and then Also there they did have a build your own lightsaber area where you can build those ones where you flick out and they, you know, the dumb ones.
And you made a rainbow one.
And
way to go.
You can make those. And then of course they have a build your own droid. You know, like an R5 or an R2D2 using several different pieces and parts to make.
How big is it?
It's a couple of inches, just like, I mean.
So it's not like a real one that'll follow you like in the show.
No.
Wait, what'd you say? Oh, Rhino said he loves Star Wars the movie.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the ride out there is pretty good. If you ever rode the ride at Disney, Hollywood Disney. Have you rode that?
Which one?
The Star Tours?
No. I don't think it was up when I was there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, so I went out there with my my girl, my daughter, and of course her mom and dad. And we spent the entire 8 days there. And let me just say, it would have been a way better vacation had we just gone by ourselves.
But you paid for a lot less stuff because they were there.
No.
Oh.
No.
So it would have been a way better vacation.
We just kind of went to vacation. We both paid for our own separate vacations, but we kind of went together. And we just kind of followed their pace, which, you know, it's fine. It's just that...
Yeah, for 70-year-old women and guys. Yeah, that's great.
No, it's just... We have a different way of doing it. They have one of those ways where you get in a line and you go somewhere else, and as they're in a waiting line, they're figuring out where we're going next. It's like... where we'd like to go through the line, the first thing we see, and then kind of just roam around to the next thing, to the next thing. Makes less stress, and it's just, you find what you find, you know, whatever. They were like, we have to go here, 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 and we're like running
Was
around.
there at least an order?
No,
because when you're running from the north end to the south end, you're wasting time.
We go all the way up here, get a fast pass, come all the way back here to something else, and go over here, and then run all the way back this way. She wore her pedometer, and we stepped 25,000 a day.
Yeah. When did you guys shuffleboard? Did you guys do? I mean, you were with old people. That's what they do. They shuffleboard, right?
No, they stayed with us. They got tired towards the nights. And
did they play bridge? Or there's bridge games going on?
It wasn't that. They weren't that old.
Oh.
Just,
I need ages then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're older. I mean, you know, late 40s, I guess. But it wasn't that bad. It was just a lot of stress.
They're older than that.
I'm happy to be here, back home. And obviously the store didn't get too tore up. Things were moved around, which I don't appreciate. But we'll talk about that some other time. Anyways, back to the news story. I just threw that out there before I forgot what I was talking about. Lego has announced they have a new set. This will be set number 10937, Arkham Asylum Breakout.
This looks actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, this is awesome because if you guys are out there looking at all the Batman stuff that's been out for a little while, nothing new's come out lately, and it's just the same stuff over and over. But now we're getting another massive set. This is a $160 set. But what's cool about this is that you're going to get 8 minifigures.
Well, it takes both games and mixes them because it's Lego Batman plus Arkham Asylum.
Right. But the best part of the set, I mean, you know, and it's kind of like a half castle, you know. It's the sets, when they're getting that scale, they get kind of dumb. It's just a piece of a castle. More importantly is the figures that are included, which is another Batman, another Robin.
But yeah, but it's the game Robin.
Okay.
That's awesome though. Arkham City actually Robin is what it is. Sorry, continue.
You know, if that's the way you want to play it. Anyways, they got Poison Ivy, Dr. Harleen Quinzel? Is that right? Harleen Quinzel, which is Harley Quinn. Scarecrow, and of course one of the guards for the Arkham Asylum. Now, if you look at these figures, they're all new independent special figures that you're only going to get in the set, which sucks because it is, in fact, a $160 set. I wish I had my laptop up here so I could actually see these little better images other than what I have here. So yeah, that's cool. Another massive large set for this game, and it's nice to know that they're continuing the DC lines. I'd like to see them to move on to something else through DC, but Batman's always cool and highly collectible, so that's fine. Another major announcement is that Hasbro is teaming up with Rovio to do the new Angry Birds Star Wars line.
Are they going to do toys too?
This is the agreement they entered with Lucasfilm is they're going to manufacture and globally market a variety of products using Star Wars license on the Angry Birds franchise. Now, these are going to be pretty much like the I don't even know if I would call them toys. They're toys, I guess, but it's a game where you actually try to slingshot the bird into the figures and break them. But what's cool about these is they're all Star Wars themed. So one of the toys is going to be like a big Death Star.
Here's the figures.
Yeah, okay.
Good for you.
So one of the toys is going to be like the Death Star, made out of the blocks and with several of the figures on it, and you can knock it down. The other one will be the scene where, you know, Luke figures that Darth Vader is I'm your Faja.
His Faja?
So there's
I haven't seen that yet, and you just ruined it.
So there's several different scenes, and they're going to have those sets. They're also going to sell the Angry Bird, I guess, egg-shaped figures as 2-packs on cards too. I'm trying to describe what the figures are, but they're like, I guess they're like egg-shaped.
Well, they look like Angry Birds, but they're kind of like
yeah, no hands and feet. They're just, I guess, like an egg. I guess that's the best way of saying it. So they'll have a lot of those figures, and they're going to have a lot more planned in 2013. This is just the initial roll. So I assume there's going to be a game that will follow this.
No, there is a game. That's where that's where it originated.
Okay. Well, I didn't even. Who knows about Angry Birds anymore? Is that even a thing still?
Yeah. You don't. You don't play Angry Birds?
Not after what Space came out, Angry Birds Space, and then I didn't hear anything else about Angry Birds ever.
What's that, Rhino? Rhino hates Angry Birds, he said.
Yeah, I would too.
He said it should be Angry Lanterns. That doesn't make any sense. Sorry.
You say you don't make any sense.
Whoa, easy, easy.
You know, hyped up.
He's got that ring aimed at you now, bro.
Okay, and then NECA has revealed its upcoming Toys R Us exclusives, which includes the best of the Gears of the War action figures assortments, which also includes 2 versions of the Theron Guard and the Golden COG Soldier. I don't know what COG stands for.
COG is... I got nothing.
Okay. The Golden COG Soldier features the special gold deco on the helmet and the golden versions of both figures.
Oh, it's Call of Duty.
of the Lancer rifle. The new Theron Sentinels features new helmets wearing the classic red armor as seen throughout the Gears of War series. The Therons each include the torque bow weapon, and they're, of course, fully posable in their 7-inch scale. Now, Gears of War, I don't know, I feel like that series is kind of winding down, so I don't know why. I guess this is probably the best move is to release a best of series at this point, because how many more Gears of War figures are you really going to buy at this point?
17.
So look for those 3 in Toys R Us as exclusives from NECA. And of course the last thing, oh, what's that?
Wasn't mine.
Okay. The last thing we got is not really toy related, but I thought it was cool enough to mention.
Well, we're pop culture. We don't have to do just toys.
Well, this is a toy podcast, right?
No, it's a toy.
But we talk about Masters of the Universe a lot, so I figured we'd just throw this out there. Masters of the Universe's iOS Brawler game has just been announced.
What's iOS mean, Damien?
So anyways, iOS includes the, of course, Apple. Everybody, you would know. If I said PS3, you would know what I'm talking about.
Well, no, but iOS means only poopy Apple products.
Yeah, Apple products, which includes the tablet, the touch, and of course the iPhone. And
that makes me mad because I have an Android.
It is going to be a side-scrolling beat-em-up action game, which we all wanted for forever, and terribly, it's on an Apple product. Hopefully, a Android version will follow after, but of course, Apple seems to get everything first.
Ooh, while we're on the subject, there's also a 20th anniversary Power Rangers Super Legends video game in the making as well for the iOS. And I also believe the Android.
You know what? Now you said that, when we were at Epcot, we went to Japan's area back there, and in their store they had a ton of Power Ranger toys in there.
Were they knockoffs?
No, they were like legit.
Well, I already got them then.
From Japanese versions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
You don't have those.
I don't have those.
I know a guy. You send a pic to. He'll send you something.
Huh.
So that's it for the. Of course, the iOS game will feature 27 levels, several characters. I think 11 different characters that you can play. Look for it to come out in. What's the release date on this?
I doubt it. October 3rd. I made that up.
That's a lie. Yeah, no release date, but it is been announced and running. So I guess you would see it in the next coming months. You'll be able to get power-ups as you progress through the game, as in every single game, ever. That's not new.
No, that's actually brand new. You misread that.
So that's it for the news.
Oh wait, before we get on to the questions, grab that poster right there. On top of those guns.
Oh, okay.
We got to show this off. Killing Enterprises has received this poster from the CW, asking them to plug this. So we're gonna plug it. Today, when you're listening to this, tomorrow for us, the Green Arrow debuts on the CW. October 10th, Wednesday, 8/7 Central, the CW. That's not even the Oliver that was in the show, dude. Why would they not just go get Ollie from the show? I'm like, because he's clearly busy doing other stuff. Not. You see what
I don't know, but
series premiere.
Are you like pumped for that show?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even know this was coming out until like a week ago, and now it's like, oh, look, we're here. Super jacked for that.
I really didn't watch any of that stuff, so it makes me.
No
one cares.
That's all I hear when you talk.
You know, of course, Walking Dead's coming out here
Sunday.
This Sunday?
Yes.
Already? I thought it'd be
Season
later.
3.
Oh, so you watched that, huh?
Yeah. Well,
these are sometimes cool.
I mean, it's decent if you like that kind of stuff. You know, super awesome TV shows.
So I thought instead of us randomly not having a subject to talk about, that we'd begin to have a subject to talk about every week from this point on. So as you guys are posting your questions, you can also suggest the topic of discussion every week from this point on. So we actually have the news, and then we'll go into our topic of discussion, and then we'll follow into with our fan corner as normal.
Just put the topic maybe at the bottom of your question, or just put it in the question area, because we always read over the questions.
Whatever. Just throw some suggestions out there along with your question, and so we at least have
like
some
I
content.
just said. Thank you.
But do it on top instead of below. That way it's different than what you said. So we'll try this out, and this will hopefully give us a little more content for the show. And
this is just what happens when Doug and Rick don't show up. We're just lost without them. Without them, we're nothing.
No, I've been thinking for a long. The way we've been running the show lately is just completely random.
And we only got 2 questions. I just can't 2 pages of questions.
Yeah, we don't have that many questions this week either. So
this is gonna be a 45-minute show.
So we thought, since Clone Yoshi threw out this topic, we'd go with it. And I gotta say, you guys try to post the first question before Clone Yoshi, bogus.
No, that's, well, if you would listen to the show when I'm on it, I challenge Clone Yoshi and these other stud muffins to be the first one to do it, because Clone Yoshi's one of a kind, or he's been doing it first for however many shows in a row now, so I challenge these guys. But we already have a disqualification on episode 172. The friend of the show, Orko, tried to jump the gun and go a complete week early, but you get disqualified because
you misspelled
corner.
You gotta spell corner right.
I mean, you gotta spell corner right. I mean, okay, fine. Mess up a word.
You spelled it as if you were English, like color. You know, corner. So, anyways, let's keep it 1 week ahead like we've been doing. Let's try not to jump ahead, because now we're getting all confused.
Well,
I didn't even know what episode we're on because I saw that. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. He's like, did you guys just do episode 170? Why is there questions for 171 and 172 already?
So, anyways, Clone Yoshi threw this question out there, but we're going to use it as this week's topic, and then, as you can see, you'll see how this works, and you can kind of get it going for next week.
So, even though he didn't win with asking the first question, his whole paragraph is very entertaining, and his question is worth discussion. But we're going to start with Dusty86 because he was first this week. Congratulations, Dusty.
No, we're going to do the discussion, and then we're going to go into the fan corner.
Oh.
I'm just explaining where this is coming from.
Okay.
I mean, pay attention.
Okay.
So Clone Yoshi, he wants us to debate, because he had this at school, about if Batman is a superhero or just a hero, and he wants to know our thoughts on that. And now this isn't necessarily toy related, but we'll just go with it to get the ball rolling on the discussions. So, in your mind, is Batman a superhero with powers, or is he just a hero, somebody doing good deeds?
This would have been a good topic just to hear what Dirt and Rick also had to say, because they kind of have different. Well, they see stuff different than what we do. Well, what do you think though? Because I haven't really had time to think about this.
We just literally
brought this up 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago when I first seen that, and I was like, you know, we should talk about this because this is a decent topic.
I gotta go with. I mean, realistically, like he's not really a superhero. He is a hero, but he's transcend the level of hero to a point. Like if you're like a normal person, a hero, a superhero, there's a point where you can cross over, and I think Batman may be the one few heroes that's actually crossed over to a superhero. And I would say that his superpowers would just be a combination of his fighting abilities and his ingenuity and his agility, and of course having the money has got to be a superpower, because how else are you gonna get all those amazing toys?
All right, this is
charismatic.
With the little time that we've had to think about it, I'll definitely put Batman, and I don't even like Batman. I'm definitely a Superman and a Robin guy. I actually probably like Robin in despite of Batman. I like the Batman movies. I like the Batman games. It's kind of like Raphael with me. Everybody just loves him. And Wolverine, they just want to... I almost said something bad that I couldn't say. They just really enjoy them so much that it makes me hate them. Like Batman will beat Superman up. Come on, don't be stupid. You're an idiot if you think that. Okay, stop. Say it out loud before you type it. Okay, that would never ever happen. But I would definitely put Batman in a superheroes category, because it's like they're all heroes that do super stuff. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're superheroes because they're heroes with superpowers. I would say that they're heroes that do, like, oh, that's a super good question. It doesn't mean it's a question with superpowers. It means it's a very good question. He's a very good hero, therefore he is a superhero.
Well, I mean, he doesn't necessarily have any powers, but
he doesn't need any
imitates powers. Like,
right.
He can't fly, but he has stuff that makes him fly. So, at what point do we say, just because he's an imitation superhero?
No, because
he's a Chinese knockoff. I mean, he's doing something.
He's bootleg.
He's a bootleg hero. There you go, bootleg superhero. There you go. Because
bootleg Batman.
He doesn't legitimately have the power, but he can do the power.
But that's what I'm saying, though. What is it? What exactly? I would like to know what Clone Yoshi's what their arguments were. You know, you're saying he's not a superhero, but what classifies superhero? What is superhero like? Well, he's obviously not a superhero. You're just talking about powers. He doesn't have any powers.
Well, the way I see it is probably superhero. Hero would just be a normal person with normal abilities. And
well, then that's what the discussion, the arguments in itself. In
yeah. I mean,
it's not.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going by legitimately how it is, he is clearly just a hero. But if we're going to get a little more intense of how we think of him, I would say he'd have to be like a superhero.
He's saved just as many people as anybody else.
Yeah.
His popularity is bigger or just as big as any other hero, period. He's probably top 3, arguably, and not just DC, you know, Marvel too, that, you know, Batman. I would definitely put Batman up there.
Who would be your top 3 all-time?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Hulk Hogan, Superman, and Robin.
How does Hulk Hogan even come into
He's clearly a superhero.
Okay.
Duh. Listen, normal people don't body slam Andre the Giant. Hulk Hogan does.
I'm going to go with Punisher.
I didn't see that coming.
Because any guy that just shoots random people and kills them, awesome.
I'm mad you dead.
Yeah. You got to give it up for Spider-Man. He's an all-time hero. And you know what? I don't even feel like Spider-Man serves any great purpose. But
he's a great responsibility, dude.
He's a good superhero.
Good Lord.
And then I don't know. I don't really like heroes. I like villains more.
My top 3 would definitely be Superman number 1, Spider-Man number 2, and then probably Robin number 3, or Captain America.
Captain America, really?
Oh, I love Captain America. He throws a shield.
Yeah, I don't even really have a third. Like, I can't even think of a good third.
Who throws a shoe, really?
So.
Yoshi.
Of course.
This one.
But yeah, Batman is definitely, I mean, if you're making an argument of superhero and you're classifying superhero powers, then yeah, he obviously is a hero. But if you want to get a little more intense with it, and I'd say he's obviously a great hero or a great superhero.
No doubt about it.
Because he's got to be in the top 10 list of almost everybody. So I guess that's all we can really say about that subject. It's not really intense. It's more of how you feel about it.
That's why it says debate, not really argument, because it's not really nothing. You can't really argue that. He doesn't have superpowers. So if you're going by people that only have superpowers or superheroes, then the argument's over. There's no arguments. But he's a hero, and he's a damn good hero that has done super amazing things. So therefore, he's a superhero.
So if you guys
take that, Clone Yoshi, and go back and you tell them.
You want to post your thoughts on that, and maybe you have a little more detailed explanation of how you would define those two, and then where you put Batman. Go ahead and post it in the comments below for YouTube guys. Or if you want to be like
and give us your top 3.
Super cool, go over to jointheforums.com, which is the forums of the Pop Culture Network. Go down to It Figures. It should be in the toy subcategory, and there you can actually post your comments so that everybody can see them, not just people on YouTube.
Yeah, and then give us your top 3 heroes.
Yeah, and then go ahead and post your questions for next week. There should be I guarantee you there's a category for it already, and then you can post your new topic of discussion for next week. And who's going to be here, I have no idea. It's kind of, I mean, obviously I'll be here.
Not obviously, because you've been gone a couple weeks.
I've been gone on vacation. What do you want from me?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago you was gone too, Lil Wody.
Yeah, well, I was getting ready for vacation.
Okay, read the questions.
So, okay, now let's go on to the fan corner, and we'll start it off with our new #1 poster. It would be Dusty86. Dusty says, I have a couple questions, but I'll stretch them out over the next few weeks. Here's my question. I caught myself wanting the new Ninja Turtle line to fail just so I could scoop up everything at cheaper prices. So I was wondering if you guys ever thought about this, about any toy line. Yes, all the time.
Not all the time.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Anything
they won't continue, and you won't get the stuff that you want.
Yeah, but that doesn't really, like, okay, I'll say it this way. I want the toy line to be further in its release, because most major toy chains like Walmart and all of them, Toys R Us, at a certain point they consider that stuff like toxic, and they just gotta get rid of it. It's got it's been off for 3 months. It's gotta get out of the store. We got new stuff coming in, and at that point they start slashing the prices. Whether it's a huge success or if it completely fails out, they just don't care at a certain point. And yeah, I always feel like that. And the worst part about it is I wish Lego would get that treatment, but they don't.
You wish!
They don't do that very often.
That stuff's on the shelf for 3 days, let alone 3 months.
Yeah, that stuff, I mean, they do quarterly cycles, and that stuff just, once it's out of the store, it like disappears. It doesn't go to no clearance rack that I know of. Now,
no one's ever seen a Lego stuff on the clearance rack.
I mean, they
Not
do
here,
hit
anyway.
it. They do hit it, but it's gone. Like, there must be people that scoop that stuff up as soon as it hits, because I just don't see it. And there's a lot of good stuff out right now in the Lego line that I like. The Monster Fighter stuff, I want all that. I haven't bought any of it. And a lot of the...
Is that with like Dracula and the Mummy dolls? Yeah, those are sweet. Yeah. I do like those. And
they got the little ghosts and stuff. I'd like to buy it. I just can't. I just can't bring myself to spend the money that they're wanting for this stuff right now.
Well, you just need to start spreading rumors about like that Ghosts was made of human bone from little kids from Ethiopia. The Legos were actually made from real human bone.
Then Lego will just recall them and not sell them cheaper. So that's the problem.
Oh no, but no one else will buy them because Lego go, that's not true, and then no one will go, I don't want them little ghosts with the little bony kid pieces in there.
Or you do, because now
it's worth more.
They're legitimately ghosts.
Sorry, Rhino.
What's that?
What do you say?
Yeah, too expensive. Yeah. I know. He's a cheap ass.
Dirtbag, dude.
Always complaining about prices about something. Last night we were like, hey, you want to give me my next beer? He's like, what? What am I, a bank? I'm like, dude.
And it's like, we're like, dude, anybody want to throw in on pizza? And he's like, yeah, I'm broke. Can someone spot me? Like, come on, dude, really?
Yeah, and he busts out a $2 bill. Who has a $2 bill?
Because he knows we don't have change for it.
Every time.
Dirtbag.
All right, so I guess the next question, I'm not sure. Oh, okay.
It's Dirt.
Dirt.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I don't know what he's doing here. So I guess Dirt posted one. He goes, what up, guys?
First of all, why did Dusty86 become the first to do so and then not even brag about it?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he did it on accident. Maybe he's just like, oh, look, hey, 171. Maybe he's not even in this game. He is Team Raindor, though. He's my boy.
Oh, okay, no. Doug reposted from a different place. Yeah, so this is from Doubler 2000.
Double R.
Or Double R 2000. Apparently, that's what it means. He goes, what do you guys think bridges a TV show into the toy field? There's shows like Dexter and 24, which had some figures, and they were decent. Is there any show you watch or have watched that isn't a toy related that you wish had toys? It seemed like some shows which get toys are due to cult following. I personally would like some Sons of Anarchy toys with matching bikes. What do you think? Sorry, it's a little hard to read. We've answered this question a lot, actually. I feel like we answer this question at least once a week.
No,
you know what?
keep reading the bios.
The Sons of Anarchy, I've actually seen this question answered or asked a few times about would I want their toys. I really do. Have you watched the show?
No.
I really, really, really like that show. It's like
Everybody does.
It's like the new Sopranos.
It's not. It's the new Walking Dead.
It's the new Sopranos, minus not Italians but bikers. It's really good. I don't know about toys for. Maybe I don't know. I just don't know how you do biker toys. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously it worked for Biker Mice and Mars. But
Yes, clearly it worked. That toy line was huge.
So I
was the only one that bought that toy line.
I just don't know what you would do with that. I mean, you just have a guy in a bike, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you would just make the figure and then give him a bike that what he has on the show. It ain't.
I just don't see the playability of it to justify. Like, obviously, kids aren't going to buy this. It would have to be a collector's line.
I can't think of any shows that I watch. Oh yeah, Married with Children. I want an Al Bundy figure.
I would say
buy the crap out of
there
that.
has to be an Al Bundy figure.
No, dude.
There has to be one.
Google it.
There has to be one.
I need him in his jersey, dude, from Polk High.
There's no way.
Polk High.
There's no way he doesn't have a toy out there.
He once scored. Was it
4 touchdowns?
4 touchdowns in a single game.
3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns.
Maybe it was 6. I can't remember.
I don't know, something like that. I guarantee you he has a toy of some type somewhere.
Nope.
Guarantee it. Yeah, so I don't know. We talked about this many times. We've come up with shows that we thought should have toys. Obviously, yeah, 24. I always wish they had more toys than it did.
Did you buy those?
No, but I like the idea they were out there. Well, it just never came. They never released a toy I actually cared about.
Superboy toys from that old crappy TV show Superboy. Have you seen that? Wow, is that bad?
What?
Superboy.
Like a cartoon?
No. Like they had a legit show. It was terrible. It was terrible. I got it on. I bought it when we went to in San Diego. Remember, I bought that season 1 of Superboy. We went to San Diego Comic Con. We walked for that flea market.
Yeah, but I thought you bought
Ultraman.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I bought Superboy season 1.
Huh? I don't remember that.
You know what's worse than Superboy? Ultraman. Holy cow, is that bad? You know it was made in the 30s?
What? No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. But it looked like it was. You could see a hand like flying through the screen.
Special effects, bro. What do you want?
Yeah.
On a budget.
Yeah.
Pimping on a budget.
Have some fishing string on that, dude.
Of course. And so, of course, our third poster, yeah, so that's all we got to say about that subject. Our third question was asked by Clone Yoshi, which gave us the topic. Sorry, Clone, he was a little...
Just read it. It's
slow,
funny.
But he says, wow, I didn't expect the fan corner to be up at 5:41 in the morning before the podcast is even posted.
God bless Clone.
So I guess that's why Dusty didn't brag, because he didn't know. But good try, Clone. You would have been first had, Doug not stepped in and
you're first
Dusty
in here,
86.
man.
If you can figure out where Dusty 86 lives and kill him, you'll be number one.
Okay, wow.
I am trying to help
Can't you
him
send him like a turd or something, like in a mailbox?
So we got 2 more questions. Looks like you guys didn't have much to say to us. The first question of the 2 is from Manhattan. It's either Manhattan or Manhattan. Who?
Hey guys.
Yeah, I don't even know where he's got 18 posts. Okay, so he goes, what is your personal favorite comic storyline of all time? I personally like The Kingdom Come and The Dark Knight Returns from DC.
Favorite? So it's obviously comic, right? Yeah, comic storyline. What's my favorite comic? I like the Secret Wars. I haven't really read a lot of different comic storylines. I always, to this day, if I go to a comic book shop and they have Gambit number 1 through 7, I'll read it just to read it. The Transformers G.I. Joe, I think the very first one was 1 through 5. It was okay. But my favorite would probably have to be the 12-parter of the Secret Wars, the first one.
I like the Civil War series that came out.
When Cap died?
Yeah, where they just went all out, balls to the wall. Everybody had a big old brawl going. That was great. And I kind of wish they would make that into either a cartoon series or an actual movie series, because I think the story idea was pretty solid. And it wasn't too over the top with like aliens and crazy stuff. It was actually, you know, made sense to have had happen. So I kind of want that to be further explored and brought into something. Now, I mean, currently they have which just ended, I think last week was the Avengers vs. X-Men storyline, which is Marvel's new major thing, before they go into the Marvel Now stuff, which should be hitting out this coming week. It's kind of similar, but it wasn't as extreme as the Civil War was. So that's my favorite, and I wish they'd kind of go on from there. Do more. And of course, our last question is from Ryorden, who says, "Hey guys, how do you feel about store exclusives? I've had a difficult time completing the Avengers 6-inch figures line due to them being a Walmart exclusive. I always cringe when I find out a toy line is a store exclusive, and I know it will be difficult to attain them." Store exclusives on major toy lines is the worst. If it's just an exclusive for that particular line in the store, that's not as terrible.
What do you mean?
Because like
take
like DC Universe, okay, for example, how it was released everywhere for the first couple waves, and then all of a sudden Walmart got exclusive wave.
I think it was wave 6.
They had two of them, I think. So that's the worst, because you find the other figures that you need wherever you find them from, and then all of a sudden you have to find a single in the middle of the wave at a particular store, and every time they're always gone.
This is what I hate about that. I'm okay with this as long as it is Walmart or Toys R Us or something big. You know, there's everybody has Walmart, right? I mean, you can agree everybody has Walmart. So at least everybody has a Walmart. You know, there was what was it, last year? There was or 2 years ago, there was a White Ranger 3 3/4 inch Tiger, you know, the Tiger Zord Tommy, and it was like a Ross exclusive or something like that. We don't even have a Ross here. So right out the gate, I have no chance of getting it unless I find somebody to get it for me or go on eBay. You know, I can get it now for a decent price, but for the longest time, it was like $75 for this little bitty ass Lego figure looking guy.
Well, you just don't worry, because our Ross is almost done being built.
Oh yeah, when the Ross is done, I'll just go 2 years into the past.
I mean, you know, we do have eBay, so I mean, you can find this stuff. The thing is, you don't want to buy it when it comes out.
Yeah, but you're looking. I mean, even
you gotta
Loki.
wait.
Even Loki. I don't know which figures he has. Why don't you send me an email, because our Walmart has a bunch of those. I'll gladly help you out. Unless you need Hulk, Loki, or Hawkeye, and that's probably who you need, because those figures are very hard to find. Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man are all over our shelves at the Walmarts. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you're. And I know a lot of people have these problems where you just don't have the stores in your area because you might be remote. You know, that's a possibility.
And some Walmarts their selling system might be different. Like our stuff, our shelves will sit full, and they'll still get more stuff in. His Walmart might sell the first line, you know, like lickety split, and then not order anymore because the DC Universe stuff didn't sell, so they just assume it's the same.
And,
you know what I mean?
And it could be you have a smaller Walmart where we have super Walmarts.
It definitely goes by market and how good your stuff sells.
So, you know, it'd be a good idea if you go into the forums and just post, "Hey guys, I'm looking for this and this and this from Walmart," and then hopefully somebody, like Scotty says, can help you out by actually finding these items. That's the best way to handle these kind of issues, is to, you know, obviously if you don't want to pay out the nose through eBay, go on to our forums and stuff like that, and just reach out to the community and like, "Hey guys, you know, I can't find this stuff, it's driving me crazy. Would anybody be willing to buy them and sell them back to me at, you know, a reasonable price, or, you know, at cost?"
Quadruple the price!
Yeah, you know what, I wonder how, you know, there's people that go out there and they buy all this stuff up and knowing this could be
BG.
How do people even know what's going to be exclusive? I mean, 'cause obviously we get news that says there's going to be this release later that's only going to be Walmart, but how do those people know that like certain particular figures are going to be in high demand?
Well, because there's usually one per case, like the Hawkeyes.
And I'm referencing BG specifically because I don't know how he figures out what to buy in bulk at the stores when he buys them at retail. Like, he doesn't really have internet. I mean, he does, but he does
now. No, he does now.
He doesn't sit on there and like go to like scalpers.com and figure out what's going to be high.
Well, what happens is Goo just buys the entire everything, and then takes the stuff back that isn't rare. He's done that numerous times. Yeah, absolutely. He had like 3 or 4 Aprils for no good reason.
Yeah, he sold them to me.
Yeah, he sure did, and now they're everywhere.
Below
what he paid for.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
Instead of keeping the receipt and taking it back to the store, well, that's what he has done that on some of the stuff.
I guess he's probably got a limit to what he can take back at a certain point, right?
Well, not if you have a receipt, you can take anything back. As long as within a certain, the prices they do come in, oh, I'm taking my lunch, I gotta go.
But, yeah, the store exclusives are very annoying. But then again, if it's exclusive, that means it's going to hold some value. So for people that actually care about the value of their toys.
Yeah, but some collectors, that dude's probably gonna, like mine are open, sitting on my shelf. I don't care about the value of those. They're never gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't care. They're never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, wait a minute, no, because you sell your stuff constantly.
No.
Yeah. How many times have you sold your stuff to BG?
No, trade.
Whatever. If he offered you cash, you would take it.
Yeah, I'll take cash right now.
Right. Sell.
I'll just buy it back later.
You only trade because you always trade up.
No, that's not true. He got me the last once or twice.
No way.
I promise you.
No way.
And then Rick got him super good.
Yeah, hell yeah, he did.
Rick took him to the cleaners. He's like, look, I'm going to give you this box of rocks. I'll take that gold bar and all those toys.
Hey, what did Rick trade him? Like a jacket for a bunch of toys?
No, he gave him like a jacket and a couple like Puppet Master figures for like the entire Silverhawks line, loose, complete, and mint condition.
Yeah. Like,
super good deal. But it was a Kiss jacket. Right.
Okay, Rick. It's super rare.
Yeah. I even threw in my skateboard. Great. Super cool.
It's double ollies.
And then I talked to BG about that jacket, and he was like, I'm probably going to keep it. It fits pretty good. I'm like, whatever you want, dude.
Yeah.
Because he's got a buyer for everything.
Well, he didn't have a buyer. He realized he got, and he's like, oh, I like this jacket, though. It's cool.
Oh, I could probably get like $400 or $500 for this jacket. What do you mean 150? I better wear that.
So I guess that's gonna do it for this week. I guess we're out of discussion topics and questions.
How long did our show go for today?
40 minutes.
Oh, that's all right. About 13 minutes longer than I thought.
So guys, please do remember to visit us at Pop Culture Network for our weekly shows that we have every week here, featuring all things pop culture related, including toys, comic books, movies, video games, all that great stuff. Also, be sure to visit shoppcn.com where you can actually buy I think we're getting close to like 100,000 different products, including video games, toys, music, movies, Blu-rays, all that great stuff. Your weekly comics. Hey, if you're going out to your local comic book store every week, why not buy them from us directly and get them shipped to you? You make sure you get the stuff you want. And please remember, every dollar you do spend helps keep the Pop Culture Network running and keeps our content coming.
That's right.
Please do remember, for It Figures, if you go to jointheforums.com, our forum, and you could post your questions for next week and, of course, your discussion topics, and then hopefully we can use one. And we'll keep this up, and hopefully there'll be more of us in attendance next time, and the conversation will be a little more intense. I know, chopped liver.
You're going to hurt Rhino's feelings. Easy. Take it easy.
So I guess that would be it for this week. I, of course, am your Lord Kellen with Scotty Cash and our homeboy, Rhino Reynolds. We'll see you next week, guys.
Peace
Thanks.
out.